Good morning. Facebook. I thought I had the logo there, but I forgot I didn't put it yet. Minor pooped my face. Yes, I got the pretty boy look today. Christmas Eve. I just got out of one job. Then I got to go to my second job in a little while. But I get to go home for a little while before going back to work. And then I'm off for the night, which is kind of cool. I always usually work Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve and Valentine's Day. Those days are like the three busiest days of the year here in Florida in restaurants. It's probably the same everywhere else. But good morning. Yeah, I'm going to be changing things around because I got to experiment. You like to look, that pretty boy. Yeah, I look educated and smart and not 53. Yeah, I say again, I got to brag about it. Blessed. Yeah, anyway. Not that I'm not going live anymore. I'm going to go live every day, but I'm not going to be... I make it hard for me every morning. You know, I do this, then I take it to another app and edit it and put music. So I figure you know what? Let me just go all out, do the beginning, opening, and do one like that at the end, and just share it from there. It doesn't matter if I don't have background music and my background dancers dancing, as I always say. Idiot. But yeah. Common sense news, pretty much. It's what it is. Common sense. It's been talked about, apparently. Either somebody's listening to my stuff and not telling me. But the word common sense has been being used a lot lately. More than I usually am used to hearing. But this guy has common sense. Do you? Facebook? Well, that's not there. Do you? YouTube? Subscribe? I'm at 45 now. Holy crap, I'm getting there. 55 more. Then I can go live on ScrewTube. I'm excited, I really am. But I'm just glad, thanks to you who are subscribing, and thanks to you who are watching this nut job. I'm not really a nut job, but still. Common sense. It is what it is. Before I get to the videos, I'll talk about life experience. Common sense. Even as a martial artist, American Kempo Karate, I teach American Kempo Karate. I'm a decently high ranked. I don't say rank because even in Kempo, the hierarchy or whatever, the senior masters and all that, there's a little political stuff here and there. The politics is everywhere. Work, kitchens, restaurants, everywhere. It's a little bit of everything, and people get power hungry or they think they're the best, but whatever. I teach American Kempo Karate. American Kempo Karate was birthed from the godfather of American Kempo Karate, Edmund Kalua Parker. He was Elvis Presley's bodyguard, and he was a student of K.S. Chow. Edmund Parker was Hawaiian American, and he was a Coast Guard who he basically took Chinese Kempo, Hawaiian Kempo, and some forms of Kung Fu and self-defense, and took all the bullshit out. Made it realistic. There were trials and errors where he had people go out and try it, come back and say, no, that didn't work, and he flipped it around. So he made it realistic. American Kempo Karate is a strictly self-defense based system. This is why I love it. And it's realistic. Yes, there are 154 base techniques. 10 techniques to get your yellow belt, and then 24 on and on to get, to black and on. And then after brown, I believe there are extensions. It's pretty much the same techniques you learn from orange up, but with a longer version of it, in which that means just in case the first one didn't work, we're going to do a couple more things to you to make sure you don't try to hurt us. Because as my instructor used to say, we're hurting people that are trying to hurt us. And that's common sense. And a lot of the techniques that I was learning, as I was learning them, I was like, oh, in a common sense way, that works. But then there were some techniques, I'll be honest, aren't realistic. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you look up Kempo Karate, you watch the techniques as they're being shown on YouTube and all that, and even mine, and they show the guy throwing a punch or whatever he's doing, and the defender defending, and it looks, as we call the guy throwing the punch or attacking, uke. And then the Kempo guy beating the crap or breaking something from the uke. But in realistic, there are some Kempo guys out there that show the speed of Kempo. Kempo Karate is very fast. It's pretty much a series of strikes that will overwhelm your opponent and confuse. And like Chuck Norris used to say, you more than 3 punches. You keep punching until you win the fight. And when I teach, I don't just teach self-defense. I teach how to throw punches, kicks, because I was a professional fighter. So obviously, common sense. If the self-defense technique doesn't work, you're in a fight. It's no longer self-defense. So you got to know how to fight. And from my experiences in gang member prison and being on the street, I knew Taekwondo originally, and then as an adult, I learned Kempo, and I fell in love with Kempo. Kempo is, to me, the ultimate in self-defense. It's a lot of common sense stuff. But also, being in prison, common sense. It's got this guy through. I survived because common sense. I knew where to stay away from, who to talk to, who not to talk to, even as far as correction officers. Common sense. Life, if you don't have common sense, you're an idiot. And most of the time, if you're an idiot, you're a Democrat or libtard. Just saying. But, that's just how it is. Common sense. People, please subscribe. That's common sense to YouTube. Stephen A. Smith. I'm not a big fan of his. I don't watch his show, but I see him when he comes on Hannity. He's a liberal, but he's a liberal with common sense. And this video I saw over the weekend that I had to clip from Mark Levin. He was on Mark Levin. I was watching Mark and I didn't get to watch him because I probably passed out. I think I passed out because I was tired because of, 3 jobs. But Stephen A. Smith, listen what Stephen A. Smith has to say. You tell me if this Democrat, because he's no libtard, tard, whatever you want to say, has common sense or not. Let me put this video on and you tell me. Stephen A. Smith, much respect, brother.
I voted Democrat, and I got to tell you something right now. I don't like the fact that I did. I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't want to hear about, we're about law. We're about a law. Nobody's above the law. Nobody's above the law. But then you go out and you pardon your son. And I'm no longer interested in, nor do I believe any of us should be interested in listening to a bunch of fear mongering to tell us who we shouldn't vote for. Why don't you come up with a plan that tells us why we should vote for you? That's what I'm interested in. And if Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, Byron Donald, Marco Rubio, or the host of other Republican candidates coming down the pike, that's the kind of message that they're going to put forth. I'm down for it. I'm open-minded enough to make sure that I entertain that from a policy perspective.
That is common sense. As I said. Oh, that's an ugly picture. Life is about common sense, survival. Anything you do, if you don't have common sense, you're going to trip and fall by not paying attention. And you're going to look like an idiot, especially when you're spewing nonsense. Like most of the turds, most of the liberal media that follow their marching orders and point out stuff that aren't facts. And every time they get confronted by a conservative who has common sense, they look like fools. 99.9% of the time. Now, common sense again. John Fetterman. John Fetterman is a senator from Pennsylvania. Very ghetto, I'd say, or Americanish, whatever you want to call it. But he doesn't look like a senator. Doesn't dress like a senator. You see by this clip. And I remember when he had the stroke, and he had horrible press conferences or interviews. Horrible. Like, understandably, I don't know how he won. But listening to him now, this Democrat senator, common sense. Just listen to what he says.
Potential to be a successful and a good president? I hope, because I'm not rooting against him. If you're rooting against the president, you are rooting against the nation. And I'm not ever going to be where I want a president to fail. So country first. I know it's become maybe like a cliche, but it happens to be truth.
Again, common sense, people. I don't know what else to say about that. If you don't have a common sense, you're an idiot. Just think about that for a second. Manchin from West Virginia, same thing. He left the Democratic Party because that man had common sense. I can go on and on all day. Common sense will make you intelligent in life. This idiot in my past, because I was an idiot, not that I didn't have common sense, but I made dumb decisions that ruined my life in the past. It's affecting me now, and it's going to affect me probably till the day I die. Can't get the job that I want. The struggling that I'm doing right now, it's all my decision making, because some of the decisions I made were without common sense. But no, I'm not perfect. It's an imperfect life, and this guy made a lot of decisions where they're affecting me now, but it's whatever. I'm a survivor, and I'm a fighter, so I'm gonna just get through this. But yeah, it's what it's all about, I said this yesterday. My videos are gonna be 15 to 20 minutes long because I don't want to take much of your day. And even when I watch other people, I get bored. You know what I'm saying? And okay, that's enough. Or I scroll through and see if it's anything of interest. And I'm hoping I interest you, and you subscribe to this guy. Subscribe to the conservative ex-con, up there, just like that. Remember this? I was talking about this yesterday. Interim report of the failures and politicization of the January 6th Unselect Committee. Reading through that stuff, I'm gonna skim through it every day. It's a lot of pages, things like this thick, almost as thick as the omnibus bill. They try to pass that, but just as thick as the revised version. A lot of stuff in there. As I'm reading through, I'm watching Pelosi's reaction and schmuck humor and the videos that were on that were you'll be able to click on and watch, and everything. Everything that these libturds push out. If you have common sense, you'll see right through it. You're not going to cheer it on like these retards on the left. Is that a politically correct word? Whatever, libtard. Libturd. I say libturd because it's poop, shit on their faces. And that's just how it is. That's that, as this guy says. Thank you for watching. Hope this guy, if you haven't watched it on conservative media or ScrewTube or Rumble, if you don't have Rumble, download it. It's a very, very good conservative video platform. All of these guys, I don't use these guys much. Facebook, yes, I'm going live here. But as soon as I get 50 on ScrewTube, I'll be going on there. Because I think it'll broaden my watch. TikTok, Conserve the Ex-Con. Just Google or look up the Conservative Ex-Con. Me, Fernando Rivera Jr. Rumble, the Conservative Ex-Con, and X. Same thing. Common sense. Subscribe if you have common sense. Just saying, pretty face. And I'll be on this every morning. I won't be on tomorrow, obviously, for obvious reasons. I'm not even gonna be home. I don't work. So I'm saying right now, Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you guys enjoy your Christmas. I will try to. My wife is treating me awesome. She's I feel bad because, as I said before, I don't have this Christmas is gonna suck financially. But it's whatever. We're with family, we're with loved ones, and we're gonna try to enjoy the best we can. And that's that. All right, you guys enjoy your day. I will talk to you guys. I'll try to post something funny on it later. Or tomorrow, I'll see if I can find something. But most likely, you'll see me on Thursday morning. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. I got 5 more to go. And then, hopefully, I'll see you guys over there. Merry Christmas again. Peace out, guys.